All right. First of all, thank you for watching this video. I just wanted to make like a very rambly video for people on the DIY audio forum of the internet. Okay, so let me give some backstory. So I'm going to ask some questions about these boys. These are GRS GPT-8 subwoofers in a 10 cubic foot enclosure tuned to either 30 or 35 hertz. I don't remember. These are pretty cheap to build if you buy cheap plywood, and I don't really care that it's cheap plywood. It's like sheathing grade, and it's fine for what I'm trying to do. But if you buy cheap plywood and these drivers are cheap, it's probably like $200, $250 a box. Now, the reason that I'm building these, oh, and by the way, I'm powering them with this Behringer, what is it, NX3000, whatever, amplifier with DSP. So it's got a limiter, it's got EQ, it's pretty nice. So there's this local, I live in North Canton, Ohio, and there's this music festival in Akron, Ohio called Porch Rocker, and all the bands there are not very great, in my opinion, or at least most of them. And I'm 33 right now, but I've been producing music since I was like 17, 18, 19. I'm not great by any stretch, but I just feel like I would always walk through Porch Rocker and there's like a few DJ people, and I'm like, if you just had like a good sound system and you played like I played my music that I produced, it would like, people would love it. Like, I think it would be really fun and stuff like that. So I was like, oh, you know, a good sound system, how much could it cost? Well, I've since learned, but I was like, well, you know, I realized how cheap it would be to build this whole thing. So I did that. Well, my testing grounds for these are this field that my grandpa has, which is like a mile away, and nobody's around, so I can play these really loud. And even with two of them, I've changed the configuration of them a little bit, but even with two of them, it's just not quite loud enough for what I was wanting. So at this point, I'm like, do I want to build two more and try and get 6 more decibels? You know, this little guy can power, it could probably power 8 of them. But I mean, that would take up like this whole wall on my garage. You know, I could probably stack 3 under my garage door and then 3 more right there. And then I'd need like 2 more over here. And that would just take up like a ton of space. And basically, you know, I don't want to like spend a ton of money on this, especially because it's kind of a harebrained scheme of just like this one, you know, show or whatever. Like I don't even know why I'm doing this. It's just kind of fun, I guess, and the woodworking is fun and the learning is fun, and maybe I could use this sound system for other things in the future or whatever. But now I'm in kind of deep with this. So anyways, my question is, if I only want to spend like 1,000 more, basically here's my question. Well, okay, let me give some more backstory. Sorry. One thing that I like about this design, it's about like 2 feet by 2 feet by maybe 4 feet, and it will fit. I drive a Tesla Model Y. It will fit in the trunk of my Tesla, so I can fit one of those in there. But really, if I'm gonna go play at Porch Rocker, I'm probably gonna need to rent like a U-Haul trailer, and if I'm gonna, you know, build a bunch of these cheap boxes. But here's my question, okay? This is like my main actual question. Should I, if I only want to spend like less than $1,000, hopefully more like 500 or 300 or 400, I don't know. Should I build, you know, should I build like 6 more of these cheap boxes, which would be like $1,000 in wood and drivers and everything? Or should I switch to some different design, like a folded horn, tapped horn, some sort of horny subwoofer? And, you know, what's the cheapest way that I can get like this same, you know, level of bass or whatever? Like, whenever I first started out, I thought these are rated as being really efficient. they are 18s, and more cone area equals more moving air, which is, just physics. And they're, I can get them down low enough in a big enough enclosure and stuff like that. But now that I'm hearing them in person, I'm like, I feel like this isn't what I expected. This isn't as loud as I expected them to be. So yeah, if I want to spend less than $1,000 more, should I build 6 more of these and then haul them around and, all that? Or should I switch to like some other more advanced design, which is going to require a lot more expensive driver? Also I would love it if I could like power whatever I build with this little guy, but that's my problem that I want help with. It's a complicated problem, I'm sorry. But thank you for watching this video. If you watch, I've heard that people on the DIY audio subreddit will like rig up like a horn rest design for you. And I'm like, there's people on the internet that will just do that? That's crazy. I wish that I could like get one of these to work in horn rest, but then it's like a matter of folding the horn and figuring out how to build it and like all, like I have no idea. And then like I've heard people say like you need to try a bunch of different designs first. And if you have to spend $150 on wood every time you try a new design, like that's going to add up quickly. So yeah. All right, I've probably rambled enough. Please let me know your thoughts. How can I get the most base in the least space for the most money? Easy. Just a simple, easy problem. Simple and easy. And yeah, anyways, thanks for watching.